Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Martin. We often hear about law enforcement officers leaving their departments due to retirement or resignation. But what happens to the cases that they were working? Our Quentin Smith finds out.
Whether it's working homicides, burglaries, or even issuing traffic tickets, law enforcement officers can have a heavy caseload. And all of those cases still have to be worked through, even if the officer is no longer at the department.
The cases never dropped.
Avery Cook will soon be leaving the Clay County Sheriff's Office to take over the West Point Police Department. And although he's changing agencies, he's still responsible for the cases he's working now as an investigator.
We have victims out there and stuff like that. We never want to drop a case so that another individual, somebody steps up to the plate and present that case, or whatever we need to do to get that solved. We got somebody standing in line to do that.
Cook says even if an officer does leave, the investigation continues. In cases where an arrest has been made, the officer can be subpoenaed back to court.
Matter of fact, we have grand jury coming up next month, and the cases I have prepared for a grand jury, I will come back and present those to the grand jury next month.
They are basically the chief witness of the case. You know, they will have to testify to the facts of the case and whatever the courts or the district attorney's office needs them for.
Sheriff Eddie Scott says in cases where an arrest hasn't been made, the cases are then assigned to investigators within the department.
Any given time, you know, most of these guys' plates are loaded, so and they work closely amongst themselves in working these cases because, one, they pick up information on the case he's working on that may help the investigator on another case he's working on. So working closely together is a key part of it.
Scott says most officers take pride in their work. So, despite them leaving, they still want to see their cases through.
Just because we make an arrest, the case is not over. This thing has to go to court, and once you get that conviction, and then you can say, job well done.
If an officer doesn't show up after being subpoenaed to court, they can be charged with contempt of court.